to the big house, Michigan Stadium. Coaches like to say play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in with the Michigan head coach pregame. His running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Longhorns headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Looking for a crease, it's Marshall. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back, and he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Going to the running game. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Seems as if these two have been on a collision course for a top 5 meeting like this. And big picture, guys, it can really help their playoff positioning.
Yeah, we all circled this game at the start of the year. We knew this one was going to have conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications too, David. So lots riding on this one, and may the best team win.
And this will be huge down the stretch. It gives you a shot in the arm. You prove your worth in this football game, and you start to build your case as you get to the end of the season of why you could possibly get to the best team in the country.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun. Go get the quarterback.
Pressure coming. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense picks it up.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there. If I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Give to the running back. Got room to work. Turning it on. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
That's just a really nice job by the running back making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Arch Madness. Makes the catch. It's Coleman. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Trying to run, it's Brown. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he's in! Touchdown, Texas! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Pulls it in. It's Marshall. There he goes. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job on it.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Looking for room. It's Marshall.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got his man. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side. There's some room. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. They'll run it. It's Marshall. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Here's Underwood to throw. Got it set up on the outside. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. So the offense will stay on the field with 4th and goal coming up. Trying to power it in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Wolverines!
We've seen this guy do it time and time again throughout his college football career. On critical down and distances, he shows up for his offense. He did right there on 4th and goal.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point splits the uprights. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Breaks the tackle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
You know, God bless Texas, because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no, they got 2 great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities. I expect Texas to be able to run the football and, Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, I mean, they want to come play with Arch Manning, let's be honest. And they know it's an offense that defenses are going to be worried about the deep ball, throwing it downfield. So a lot of soft boxes to run into, and there's really no excuse for why these running backs shouldn't absolutely stat it up this year. Steve Sarkisian told us they're going to be committed to running the football and having balance because of those names you just mentioned. We're expecting this running game to be elite.
They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Maybe some room here. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Man, that's their 3rd straight first down on 3 straight plays. So this offense in a groove, in a rhythm, doing what they want to do. This defense has to find something fast, man. Like, you can't keep giving up first down after first down. They got to find something to put a little bit of pressure on them and make them feel uncomfortable.
Here comes the heat. Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback keep. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Makes the grab. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for 1st and goal.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Got nothing last time, now 2nd and goal from the 3. Here's Manning to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Takes the handoff. It's Marshall. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Underwood. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments. 4th down, Underwood. Mark him down right there, but he's got plenty for the 1st down and to keep this drive moving.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Finds his man. It's Marsh. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Running it to the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Now a timeout is called so they can talk over what to do on 4th and 2. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Fires on the move. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Making side adjustments here. Throwing, Underwood. Fires deep toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Again, it's Underwood. Firing toward the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man on the right. He will not get there. A stop on 3rd down leaves him with a 4th down from the 18-yard line. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the number 8 team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. And it's the Crimson Tide on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now some other games you may have interest in, social media certainly does, inside the Big 12.
To throw, Manning. Moves away as he feels pressure. Throwing on the run. He's got an open man. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. And the Longhorns, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Arch is going to throw for it. He's got it. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. A 5-yard gain there, and it's a 1st down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Arch going to spin it again. With the catch, it's Townsend. Good, solid tackle.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human. For one play, he has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the Big House. Now here's Manning. Throwing right. Hits him with a stiff arm. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a 1st down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door, 1st and goal.
Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Big guy smells it. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Love the play call by the offense. Love drag routes down this close to the goal line. First down, you're just trying to get an easy completion, catch and run, walk in, score. Defense made a nice play. They made the tackle, so now you got to turn the page. You got to find something here on second.
Push ahead on the sneak. And they go to the quarterback sneak on second down, and they might have to reach a little deeper in the playbook. Stuff again.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Manning from the gun on third down. He wants it all. Touchdown, Longhorns! Quick strike through the air for the score. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score. Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy as that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Might be calling a hot route. Underwood in the gun on third down. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Manning with a play fake. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And most QBs will tell you it starts from the waist down, and the feet have to be tied really well with the upper body and with the mechanics. And you could tell, drifted a little bit there. Because of that, inaccurate throw.
They're dealing with a second and long. Off the play fake. Here's a heat. They use the sideline and get him out of bounds right at the 9.
Well, it's a nice positive play on the bootleg going to the right there, and a really good decision that time by the quarterback, too, because he's supposed to throw that down the field, but as soon as he turned around, he saw that there was just open space, green grass. Put your foot in the ground, use your athletic ability.
Got it! Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game,
He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. With that penalty, the offense is backed up on second down. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Using the quick game. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So we open the final period with a third down play. Underwood from the gun on third down. Unloads to the wideout. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Here's Underwood to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays. Play the coverage where you've got multiple eyes on the quarterback, dropping back, not giving up the big play.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Right on the money. All out of space. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Quarterback making checks. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Michigan!
The running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point is good. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Texas offense. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can breaks it open. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Zings it complete to the right. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Motion from the back. Throwing Manning. Makes a catch right in the middle of a danger zone. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
Third down from the gun, Manning. Throws toward the end zone. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really...
He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes the grab deep. Electrifying play, and man, are they set up now at the 32-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Underwood. Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole.
Joker. Bang.
Bryce Underwood to the air again. Another incompletion on third down.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and the hit that time helped force the incompletion.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over.
Back. Ready. White 29.
They'll move the wide receiver.
Break. Move. Shift.
Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Going to the run, it's Marshall. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1 yard line. The clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On second and goal, he gets another chance. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. His big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're just down 6. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Okay, Justy, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that 1 first down ends this football game.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. They'll ride the hot hand. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The Longhorns hope to be able to run out the clock in this final minute. The run inside. It's Smothers. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Manning on play action. Quarterback extends the play. Gets rid of it. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead, but if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
Between the uprights, it's good.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing, Underwood. Moves around to clear up the vision. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. He's taking the deep shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback may change this route. 4th down, Underwood. Quarterback adapted. A deep throw as the clock winds down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Dropping back, it's Underwood. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Intercepted! Oh, what a play!
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.